Okay, it's that time of year again when we're talking about celebrating everything that is good about East Belfast. We're talking about the Eastside Awards. They're back, they're in their 8th year, and Jonathan McAlpin is going to tell us more about it. Jonathan, how are you?
I'm good, Robin, thanks, yeah.
Can't believe it's been a year since you were last telling us about the awards.
It's crazy, time just goes. I know they say that as you get older, time goes, but I know what age I am because it just goes in a flash.
But it's now in its 8th year, which means you must be doing something right.
Yeah, you know, it always amazes me how many, you know, what we get from these awards and the support we get from them. We've had sponsors that have been with us since the outset, and are still with us. So as you say, we're doing something right. We have new sponsors come on board each year, and you know, the popularity just grows year on year. So it's great. It's great to see.
Not just new sponsors, but new categories this year as well. Tell us what we can expect then.
New categories and new ways, well, not new ways, but ways of engaging the public in deciding who our winners are going to be. So we have a range of categories, including a number that are open this year for public nomination and public vote. So in those, we're looking at things that, you know, sort of tap into people's daily lives that they really enjoy and get them to vote for their favourite in whatever it is. So this one, if I can think of it, we've got favourite beautician. We've got a favourite eatery that you might go to on your Friday evenings in Ballyhackamore or wherever it is.
And it's getting more difficult in East Belfast to choose where you're going to go because there's that many great restaurants springing up all over the place.
There really are. Constantly, everywhere you look, I mean, you'll see another name on the high streets, which is brilliant, and all independents as well, you know, which is great, creates a great sort of, pardon the fun, sort of flavour for the area, you know, but it's brilliant. So yes, we have those. We also have some looking at schools. Yeah. And we do have, you know, favourite primary and post-primary teachers. But we also won this year for School Hero, which I really love because it's recognising those people that, you know, they do so much for the schools. Yes. And it's from the office staff to the maintenance to coaches and cleaners and catering. All those different roles that are required to educate our children as well as the teachers. I've
been in quite a few schools recently doing stuff, and people don't realise how tough both primary schools and secondary schools are actually getting it at the moment as well. So these awards are a good way, as you say, of recognising these people who do the amazing work in schools.
Yeah, and letting those people know that, you know, we do value them. You know, I know I don't want to get too political about it, but we know that there are serious challenges with public budgets, and we know serious challenges that people in the public sector are having to face. But we want these people to understand that we do value what they do for the education of our children and for making the place what it is.
It's good to support new businesses as well. I know you do that every year, and it's good to see the amount of new businesses that are springing up throughout East Belfast as well.
Yeah, and that's obviously one that's particularly close to my heart is East Belfast Enterprise, the organisation that I run. You know, that's what we're all about, is helping to start up and helping those new businesses to start and grow and contribute to East Belfast and beyond. So, no, it's always heartening to see the new businesses growing and being able to recognise them.
We're all thinking about sustainability at the moment as well, and again, you've got a sustainability award in there too.
We do, and it's right to do that. You know, I think it's critically important to think again. We just need to look at the headlines in our news to know that we are facing something of a climate crisis, and it's down to all of us to do something about that. So again, we want to try and encourage those that are doing that in East Belfast to do more and have others to see them by a good example and follow their lead.
Tourism, very important as well, and probably a very important way. You've got the George Best Belfast City Airport involved as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been our principal sponsor from year one, and really appreciate the support they've given us throughout all of these years. And yeah, as you say, like tourism, it's critical for our economy and for the economy of East Belfast. We have got so much in East Belfast that we can interest tourists in, so many stories to tell, so many beautiful buildings to look at, and places of historic interest. And you know, I would just love to see more and more of that taking place and see that tourism growth.
I went on Brian Irvine's Con O'Neill walking tour earlier on this year as well, and was just surprised by the amount of great information there is out there, things that I didn't even know about the area.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going right back, you know, like in Conswater and the origins of, you know, Con O'Neill and those sorts of stories from way back, but right up until the modern day. And you know, we've got the centre of political power in East Belfast. We have many landmarks that tell a story of our recent and the past, good and bad, and we've also got, of course, the likes of C.S. Lewis, and he's left his mark. So
exactly,
it's a great place and a great time to be in East Belfast.
And we all know the song "Brown Eyed Girl" by Van Morrison as well. I only recently realised that for years I was walking past the Hollow and didn't even know it.
Yeah, absolutely, down beside one of our primary schools. Yes. And you never know, maybe the teacher from the primary school might win one of our awards. But absolutely, yeah, it makes me think. And he talks about the stadium at one point in his Brown Eyed Girl song, and I always wonder, is that the Oval? I don't know.
It might be. But, I think it probably is. Yeah,
it could be. But obviously, it's his hunting ground, wasn't it? Yeah.
Lots of great categories. The awards are taking place when?
26th of January is the big sort of gala night up at the Stormont Hotel, as we do every year. Yeah.
And if people want to get involved, if they want to nominate people, if they want to vote, they can do that still, can't they?
They can still do that. I mean, this year, well, every year, we brought in this sort of public nomination a few years ago, and it's grown in popularity. And this year, I think at one point we basically crashed the internet, because it got so popular. So, but the good news is that you can still get on there. You can still vote. It's the 30th of November. 30th of this month is when the voting will close at 6 p.m. So just go on to eastsideawards.org and place your vote.
Brilliant. Well, the best of luck with the awards, and good to see you as always, Jonathan.
Thanks very much, Robin.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.